folks, and welcome to Telling Tinder Tales, the podcast where the search for love often goes wrong, dates get strange, but the one thing we can be sure of is that we'll all have a bit of a laugh about it. With me, Chris O'Neill.
And me, Thomasin Lockwood. Every episode we invite a guest to call in from somewhere in the world to tell us their dating tale, and then we ask them some questions about it, don't we, Chris?
We do indeed, Thomasin. And who have we got this week?
So this week we have Sarah Evans. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Sarah. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Derby, living down in London these days, but I'm in Derby at the moment, at my boyfriend's house.
Very good.
Lovely. You're from Derby, are you?
I am from Derby, yeah. I was born in Scotland, but my dad got a job in Stoke-on-Trent and said we're not moving to that hole. And so I've lived in Derby ever since.
Love it. And what brought you to London?
Work. I work in radio.
Very good.
Oh, like a DJ?
No, I wish. I am a DJ on the side, but I work in radio production. And at the moment, I'm a technical producer. So I help run the studios, train the presenters and the production staff.
Ooh, what's
very good.
Me?
None. I want to keep my job. I need to pay my bills.
Okay, well, share this with me, Sarah. What are DJs like to date? Does their reputation precede them?
I wouldn't date a DJ at all. I did it one time and he used to get numbers. He was beautiful and so he used to get numbers. And my friends used to basically interject and be like, oh, you can have that back. Don't give that to him. So I had good friends. I could never, don't do it. Wow. It's all true.
Do you get hit on a lot when you DJ? Is there
I think I look Mardy when I DJ. I'm like, so no.
All right. Okay. I see.
Well, for our audio listeners, I'll let them fill in the blank for that face just then that you pulled. But that was marvellous.
Indeed. I could be a DJ. I mean, I know how to use Spotify playlists really well.
I'm a vinyl only DJ, but that's fine.
Oh, we love
vinyl only DJ, right?
Scratching.
Oh, right.
So what sort of music, what sort of vinyls do you like to play? And what would you say is the most romantic song in your playlist?
So my dad was a disco DJ in the 1970s, and when he passed away, I got his record collection, and I've then been building on it since then. So I mainly play funk, jazz, disco, soul, anything that isn't folk music, because I hate it, and gabba.
What?
Anything
What's
else?
gabba?
Gabba is a form of music that's faster than techno anything. It's all real fast.
Oh, I thought you were pronouncing ABBA wrong.
Hey, I've got no problem with Dancing Queen. I'll play it upon request.
All right.
Oh, do you have Donna Summer? Oh my gosh, I love disco. Amazing.
And I don't know about love songs. Sorry. I haven't got a favourite.
It's great to think you're keeping your dad's tradition and activities alive. Well done on that one. Anyway, do you have a story for us, Sarah, please?
I do have a story for you, and that is that I joined Tinder in 2018, and it was because I tried to call the Samaritans, but the helpline was busy, so I joined Tinder instead. And in 2 weeks, I had 8 dates. And in the space of 2 months, I had 20.
Oh,
wow!
I was
collecting
busy.
them like vinyls.
Exactly that. Yes, indeed.
Would you like to go into a little more detail on any of those dates so that podcast lasts more than 10 minutes?
10 seconds, yeah. I had an absolutely wonderful time. Most of the people that I met were in the creative industries by accident. And so I mainly hung out with people that were script writers, they were TV producers, things like that. Lots of interesting people. Nobody that played any instruments. If you don't like DJs for their unscrupulous behaviour, then you don't also like musicians. That's true. So I didn't date either of those things. But the reason that I stopped using Tinder is because I realised what had happened somehow is that the national statistic for a person under 18 to have 1 or 2 dead parents is 1 in 20 people. And out of my 20 dates, 5 of them had a dead parent by the time they were 18. And so I started my dates with, are both your parents alive? And I realised I was just attracting misery.
Oh my gosh.
Right, misery. It's tremendous. Mind you, for a minute there at the beginning, I thought you had done the Samaritans out of business, basically. Yeah. And looking back on it, what was the most surprising date you had?
The most surprising date that I had.
Either the person or where you went or what you did or anything like that.
Yeah, the most surprising would be somebody actually took me to the National Gallery, which, considering I live in London, you'd think I would have been before, but I didn't. And that was a nice surprise because they also snuck in a little hip flask. So it wasn't like me, that was interesting. And should I drink from a hip flask on a date? My mum would say no, but I'm kind of reckless, so I did.
Listen, you can't argue with 20 dates in 2 months. Can't argue with those stats. which brings me to the question, like, what... For anyone seeking success out there on the apps, what was your secret to getting so many dates?
I think it was my tagline, right? So I used a wicked picture of me first that had, you know how you can put captions on the pictures? Well, the caption was, I'm 5'9", so if you're not, I'll know straight away.
I love that.
Thanks. And then the big tagline for the opening of my bio was, needy, loud, and a show-off. Date me.
Wow.
And I think that's why it worked, because I was honest. And they probably
awesome.
gleaned from that I was easy and was like, well, she's got tattoos, she'll probably...
Do you think tattoos say something about someone on a first date?
My dad's dead. I think that's what that's what it takes.
well, coming to that, when you said that, there were like 5 people out of the 20 who had a dead parent. Was that a journey for you? So like the first 1 or 2, you were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, tell me all about it. Or by the 5th one, you were like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Exactly that. Yeah, I was gutted. By the 5th one, it was just like, are you serious? What am I doing? What am I seeing in these people's pictures? Like, I like to think one of my special gifts is to tell if someone has a lisp just by their photo. And I think also I can clearly tell if someone's got childhood trauma. But the same as mine.
What are the tells?
Sadness in the eyes, and no, I'm joking. Am I doing the podcast because you guys have dead parents?
Yeah, surprise! You were the first person I called when I heard.
Well, my father died when I was 3. Right, so long dead by the time I was 18. And I still nurse a grievance with him that he died before he could form the basis of a comedy show at the Edinburgh Fringe. But that's just me being awkward. But yeah, what's the strangest song anyone has ever asked you to play as a DJ?
ABBA, Dancing Queen.
No.
No, not that. People don't generally give requests because if they do, I turn around and go, I only have the records that I brought with me. I don't have a USB
smart.
stick for you. The weirdest thing anybody ever did while I was DJing was reach over and scratch my record like they were a DJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
That's
what
the worst thing
hospital were they removed to?
Exactly. Pretty much.
That's.
I think that's a great, not an excuse, but a great plus to bringing physical vinyls. Like, oh, sorry, I haven't got it to play. I'd just go with the age-old excuse of like, oh, sorry, like my mum won't let me. My mum won't let me play that song. I'm not allowed. Sorry. So the idea of like someone scratching your precious records, that I imagine is quite an intimate thing. And you say you have a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. How many dates in did you go before you let him play with your records?
Let him play my records.
Yeah. Has the day never come?
We've been together since August, mate, and it's not going to happen. I don't even let him wear my special headphones.
All right.
You can't touch them. I'm possessive, so good luck to him getting away.
Sarah, you have a current boyfriend. How did you meet him?
I was out the night before my best friend's wedding. I was the only single person going to her wedding. Everybody else was either there with their husband or wife or in a boyfriend-girlfriend couple. And I didn't mind. That's fine. So I was out the night before getting really drunk because I was totally fine with it. And a guy had been weird with me in town and put his hand on my shoulder, and I don't like being touched. And then he apologized to the guy that I was with, thinking he was my boyfriend. And I was like, well, you need to apologize to me. You don't touch me.
Yeah.
Anyway, later on, I'm in a bar in Derby and having a great time. There was a guy outside who was blind and he could tell you your birthday song, like what was number one for your birthday if you told him your birthday. So I told him my birthday and he nailed it straight away. I know what it was. It's Duran Duran, the Reflex. And so I gave him my mum's birthday and he nailed that as well. It's How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, right? And he answered instantly. So I was chatting to him, having a great time, and I could see this guy smiling, twinkly eyes, and I was like, he's fallen in love with me, this is amazing. And so I went around the bar, stood next to him, was like, you're all right, mate. But the guy who touched me earlier walked in and I said to him, can you pretend to be my boyfriend, please? That guy's really weird. And he put his arm around me and it felt so magical and special that by the end of the night we were pretending we were married and had kids.
This is like Love Actually. This is the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
It was beautiful.
That's and that's oddly not a date, but it is
that you kind of
intensely romantic.
You move past the date, and then you're like, so what are we?
Exactly. Yeah, and then he picked me up on Monday, and we went to go and look at the Lego display.
So that was your first date
at the Derby Cathedral, and that's how I. Yeah. And then as we were leaving, one of the nuns asked for a donation and he basically called her a CUNT after we'd left the church, and I found that hilarious. So he's now going to one day be my husband.
Oh, wow. That was the moment you knew.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, Sarah, are we the first people to find out that he's going to be your husband, or have you told him?
I try and play it cool, so I haven't told him. This will be the first he hears about it.
We have a world exclusive intended matrimonial.
Sarah Evans is a pretty common name. I'm sure there's plenty of them in London from Derby who moved to Stoke-on-Trent but were born in Scotland.
Yeah, he'll never know it's me.
He won't. No. Sorry, Sarah, you went to the wedding the following day. Did you bring him?
Oh my gosh, no. My friend would have killed me. No.
All right.
No.
All right, fine.
No, I didn't take him with me. I'm not crazy.
Oh, well, we'll let the audience decide. Anyway.
So for 20 dates in 2 months, I imagine as a DJ you probably know all the cool hangs. So were you going to lots of bars, or were you going to the one same place?
I was taking everybody to the Wetherspoons. I'm from Derby. I'm poor. I wasn't taking them to nice places. I was taking them for cheap pints. Don't forget, I tried to call the Samaritans before I did this. I don't think I was being serious about the dating.
Right. You said you were feeling depressed, and then you went on 20 dates, right? Over a 2-month period. At the end of the 20 dates, were you in a better place?
100%. My ego was through the roof. There was no stopping me, was there? I thought I was amazing.
Well founded, logical. Fair enough. Yeah. That's good. That's
served its purpose.
That's a use for Tinder.
Mm-hmm. Listen, if you can't afford therapy,
I'm not quite sure it would work the same way for a man. However.
No.
You're just not going to get as many matches, my friend. Like, that's the thing. And men get really mad when they're like, you're just going to be my talking buddy. I don't want a pen pal. Whereas I would straight up match them and be like, right, what are you doing tonight? Are you free?
Yes.
Yeah. People don't like talking for too long. I want it to be face to face, not at home.
And did you ever try calling the Samaritans back? Because I feel like if I was in a dating frenzy, if I called up and they're like, Samaritans, how can I help? And I'm like, so where are we going next? Where do you want to go? I'll see you at the Spoons.
I've never called the Samaritans again. And I think that's because in the moment where that phone line was busy, I realised just how necessary their services were and how I wasn't close to doing the worst thing that I could be doing as to why other people would be on that phone line. And that's why I hung up immediately. Because I've been using them since I was maybe 17, 18, not like every month or anything as, often as that, but I was using them for almost 20 years. So now I just donate instead of call them because I'm not in the same place.
That's amazing.
That's an interesting strategy for the Samaritans to donate to raise funds as well. Yeah. You don't really need to make this call. Just give us money instead.
Exactly. Yeah. Just go on a date and give us some cash.
I mean, I feel like maybe this is the episode, Chris, where we realise we've been using Tinder all wrong. Tinder should be part of the National Health Service. And actually we should be meeting our dates, running away from creepy men. Like Tinder, it's like going to the dentist and being like, can I hit it and quit it? I don't maybe I've been using Tinder wrong the whole time. And that's what it was for the ego boost, for the mental health.
I think you might be pushing it. The NHS is already under quite a bit of pressure in the UK. I think the notion of finding a budget to pay for everybody's Tinder profiles might just lack credibility.
Yeah, it might be the last straw. And your boyfriend, does he know about this story?
I tell everybody everything, and so he knows.
Good.
He knows, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because the only bad part is when people think that you slept with all 20 people, which I definitely did not do. Like, do you know what I mean? I haven't got time for that.
Can you give me a percentage?
I do like a bit of maths and statistics, so probably, yeah. If it's 20, if it was 10, it'd be 4, so it's 8%.
Ah,
8%.
Love it.
Quick
That's
maths.
the title of this podcast.
Oh, is that right? No, that can't be right. Chris is looking at me like I'm stupid.
8%, 1%, 10% of 20 is 2, so...
Oh my God, is it 4%? 40 even? You know what? I can't do maths. Next question.
It's not a maths podcast.
It wasn't half.
It's not a maths podcast.
It was less than 25%.
There we
there
are.
we go.
Okay.
Listeners, if you
Less
know the
than 20.
answer, email in to tellingtindertales@gmail.com and you'll win a prize.
Yeah, I can imagine that, all right.
A gift voucher to a couple of pints at your local Wetherspoons. And for any of our international listeners, Wetherspoons, how would you describe it, Sarah?
The only place in London that you can drink without spending £30 on 2 pints.
Yeah.
It's a great place for a first date.
It's a pub. I've been to Wetherspoons on numerous occasions at different times, and it's a chain of pubs where the pub opens at 10 in the morning, and by 10:10, there's a good crowd in. And they're committed drinkers.
Yeah, some of my dates started at midday.
It's hey, you're a DJ, you're nocturnal. You gotta move these things around in your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I always get really lost on the way to the toilets in Wetherspoons. Like, I'm sure I've had a date who's thought I've stood them up for a good 10 minutes because I'm just like going off on a little adventure.
That is the worst part, because you're like, I need it to look like I'm having a wee and nothing more. So why is it taking me 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Normally that's because I'd be adding extra time by having a shot at the bar without them.
Right.
I can drink with the spoons, guys.
It is a cheap pub.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you drink on your first date with your boyfriend?
I was hammered. I have a video of me necking the last of the Cascabel, the coffee flavoured tequila. There's a video of me from our first night we met of me downing the rest of a bottle of... I'd been out since 4 p.m. with my sister and I didn't meet him until about 8 p.m.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the date when you went to see the Lego. And I was like, well, that would explain why they called the nun CUNT.
No. He picked me up at 9:30 in the morning after I'd been dropped off back from the wedding. He picked me up from my sister's house and drove me into town. And no, we had coffee. And then he took me to a cafe by the train station. And I had a toasty. It was all very
proper,
PC and sober.
Proper. I love it. Sometimes it's nice to go in that order of things,
And then we didn't see each other for 5 weeks, and he phoned me every single day. And then he came to visit me after 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you still have the Tinder app when you first met?
God, no. No, because by that point I'd thought that maybe men are so rubbish, I'm actually gay. So the dating app that I had when I met him was her. And the last date I'd been on was with a trans woman, and it was very illuminating. I had a great time, but they went a little bit too intense and started saying things like, "I hope you enjoy yourself at the wedding, Sarah. You can have as many sandwiches as you want, but remember you have a burger at home." I've met you once. What do you mean I got a burger at home? Shut up. So yeah, that app was swiftly deleted.
Oh my gosh, tell me more about this date.
It was kind of it was interesting, but okay, right. So I was sat in the beer garden waiting for my date to arrive, yeah, and then they had this like cover over the beer garden. I was looking great. I was so happy. I'd taken a little picture of myself, a little selfie on my phone, like, oh yeah, I'm looking good today. This is going to work out in my favour. And then right before my date arrived, this woman who worked there came outside, pushed a little key in the wall and took the cover off, and bright daylight shone down on me. And I said, you've taken me from a maybe potential 8 to a 6. Oh. Thank you. Oh. And so when I went to go and get us drinks, I did blame the bar woman and was like, mate, look, you've just done this to me. And she said, if they don't still find you beautiful, I'll take you out next time.
Oh.
And she was so pretty. I did almost go outside and be like, look, mate, it's not going to work. See you later. But I didn't want to be that person and kind of jinx my first date with the hot barmaid. And then I never got to see her. I never went back to the pub, and I should have. Because, the person that I went out with, the girl that I was out with, was a lovely person, but we were crossing the road at one point after the date, and essentially what came out of their mouth is do you know what a roadman is? Think of like a rude boy or someone who would potentially wear a tracksuit with their hand in their pant and say things. And this little voice came out of them like, geez, bruv, what you going to do? And it was like, oh my, okay. This long hair, blonde, gorgeous, tiny, beautiful girl turned into essentially a roadman real quick in front of my eyes. And it was like, I don't know. And the thing that stopped it from happening into a further second date or anything was they kept referring to me being the groom if we got married. And it was like, no, I've got masculine energy, but I'm not the groom. I'm wearing the dress.
That's a really weird assumption to make.
Yeah, I mean, the reputation is that for lesbians, they meet and within 2 hours they've moved in together. You know, that's the sort of the U-Haul lesbian, as they refer to them in America, that they have a permanently packed trailer ready to move in with the next person they meet. And it's all a bit weird. But like, even in that scenario, I think the discussion or allocation of roles at the wedding is pushing it way past.
That's too far, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call the culture of lesbians moving fast weird. I mean, it's certainly a thing, but I think if you know, you know, and you know, if you,
I think it's intense.
It is intense. Love is intense.
But that's the thing. You've got two people who are saying love is intense together, and so of course things are going to speedball. Of course, things are just going to run through.
But for me, it's the. So you're the groom that I'm like rather than like, so what will we wear on our wedding day? Let's talk about it. Like,
I think it's because I was taller than them. I think it's because I was taller.
5'9".
Yeah, and they must have been about 5'5", 5'6", and so I think
did you
it
ever
was just
date
assumed.
Anyone who lied about their height?
Yes, and I ended up having to turn around to him because I stopped as we were walking down the street, and I saw us in a shop window, and I just turned around, swung him round, I was like, "Mate, but look, I can see," and he was like, "No, look at your shoes, and I was like, "Well, I'm wearing a really flat pair of trainers, like that. I'm not getting it." I was like, "I will take this trainer off, like we can sort this out immediately," and I wasn't bothered. I had a 5'6" boyfriend for like 2 years.
Listen, we're all the same height lying down. At 5'6", I like love.
Well, the 5'6" guy didn't love it when he started kissing me at one point, and I picked him up underneath his arms and scooped him on top of me and fell onto the bed, and he went, "Did you just pick me up like a little child, Sarah?"
No, you can't go doing that, Sarah.
And I had.
You can't go doing
that. That's challenging his masculinity in a very severe way, really, yeah.
It was an accident.
Well, an accident, yeah. I'd believe that if someone said that to me anyway, yeah. I've always been baffled, actually, genuinely baffled about how anyone lies about their height on a dating app. It seems to me absurd because it's so obviously untrue. There's a comedian in Ireland, Louise O'Toole, who does a bit, and she said she brings people out for a date and feeds them so that they can achieve their target height. So
that's funny.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit. Okay, so I think Sarah, we have had a multitude of dates dealt with. I think it's fair to say, and all of them one more interesting than the next, and some absolutely surprising. I'm glad you're over the depression, and your route to mental health is
Thanks.
interesting and welcome. So that's it. Thanks for coming on. Any final thoughts before you go?
Stay strong, be honest, and try not to take anything too seriously.
No.
Love. And can we find you online?
They can find me at SL Evans for Sarah Louise Evans, SL Evans, Slevens, __.
All right. Very good.
Excellent. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you, listeners. And I'm just going to say it. Thank you very much to the Samaritans and all who continue to donate to them. I think, we like to have a lot of fun here, but just to get serious, this was a really enlightening episode. Thank you very much for that. Listeners, if you enjoyed it, please do give us a follow, a like, a subscribe, whatever you need to do on the podcast platform you're listening to us on to remain in our lives, and give us a review. Give us 5 stars, please. It really makes a difference to an up-and-coming podcast like ourselves. If you give us 5 stars, I will send you a vinyl of the #1 hit that was playing the day you were born. And if you give us 1 star, well, then you're just needy, loud, and a show. Tell someone about the podcast. Do it the old-fashioned way. Next time you're out and you see a person face-to-face at the club, maybe they're 5'9", maybe they're not, you say, hey, you remind me of this great podcast, Telling Tinder Tales. And of course, we would love to hear your story. We need you, listeners. So send us an email, say hi, get in touch at tellingtindertales@gmail.com.
Yes, indeed. It's great to have. We have live shows coming up at various festivals. The next one is in Buxton in July. So please come along and tell your story there.
Buxton. It's a very sensual sounding place.
It's essentially an old folks' home. I hope they don't hear that there.
The sexiest old folks' home in all the land.
No.
Anyway, you can follow us on socials at Telling Tinder Tales for dates and details for Buxton and more.
So all that's left to say goodbye. Say goodbye, folks. Bye and thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Telling Tinder Tales is hosted and produced by me, Chris O'Neill, and Thomasin Lockwood. Produced and edited by Lucy Regan, with music by Kinkas Moreira. It's a Jesters Comedy Dublin production and is no way affiliated with or endorsed by Tinder. If you have a story to tell, please get in touch. Details are in the show notes. And if you like us, instead of swiping right, follow us on Instagram and or TikTok at Telling Tinder Tales.